Go for it.
This is Daylene Higgins from elevatefinances.us. You are listening to Vroom Vroom Veer with Jeff Smith, reminding you that you can get clear about retirement.
Perfect. Yeah. See, first try. Nailed it.
Yep.
All right, let me hit stop. I'll be right back.
Are you ready to thoughtfully steer away from your revved up, frenzied, and far too often scripted life? Then welcome to Vroom Vroom Veer with Jeff Smith, where he guides you down the road differently traveled by sharing unique experiences with guests who have managed to shift away from a life stuck on cruise control and veered their way into a more authentic and fulfilling one in all sorts of interesting and kind of remarkable ways. Get ready to Vroom Vroom Veer with your differently traveled road chauffeur, Jeff Smith.
Colleen Budde, thank you so much for being on Vroom Vroom Veer and welcome to the show. How's it going?
Thank you. Thank you so much, Jeff, for having me. I am doing well. We are recovering from a slight plumbing emergency this morning,
Yes.
but it's all good. It's all good now.
Slight. Okay, good.
Just a small one. We just had to call the plumber. My husband, it was at the office. My husband tried to fix it last night. And then I'm like, you need to come home because these children are driving me crazy.
Yeah.
And so we called the plumber in, and
It's
he was here
never
at 7
good.
a.m.
It's never good to call a plumber when it's an emergency. I've learned that the hard way. Yeah.
We found a rag 65 feet down. So not sure how that got there.
Oh my.
It's an old commercial. It could have been anywhere. Right.
Right.
Glad we got that get taken care of, and our dishwasher now drains appropriately.
Yikes. Okay. Well, that's nice. That's good.
So it's needed.
It's a continuing thing for me in my house. It's like my dishwasher does not drain, and I've just learned to accept it because I'm not going to pay for it. I did all the things that I know how to do. And we don't use it anyway, so screw it. Anyway.
I live in my condo. I live by myself in my condo. It's just me, right?
Yeah.
For like 7 or 8 years, I had a dishwasher, never once used it.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of dumb. Yeah. I mean, I kind of like washing dishes. It's a weird thing.
I didn't hate it. I know exactly what you're talking about. I don't hate it.
It's kind of zen. It's like
when it's just for one person and I have an audiobook going, why not?
Right. There you go. Okay. So you are at Budde Consulting Group. So talk a little bit about what you're most excited about in your business today.
Yeah. So Budde Consulting Group. So it's my umbrella term for all of the random stuff that I do.
Nice.
I like to think of myself as kind of a lifestyle strategist these days.
Okay.
Where anything from brand consulting to business consulting to giving you a pep talk about your business.
I like it. Nice.
I'm here for you, right? Because especially as a woman in business, like we love community. Women are like the kin keepers. We're like, let's get a group together. Can we have a book club? Like we're very much
let's start a fire. Get a man to start a fire.
Right? Exactly. Like delegating. Like we need. Who's the person that started the fight, right?
You were on hot dogs.
So I like to think of myself as a lifestyle business strategist.
Nice.
And just whatever you're dealing with business wise, and slightly into the personal realm as it relates to business and lifestyle.
Okay.
I like to think of myself as that strategist for you. So it's kind of one of the hard things to contemplate, right? So we have all these business coaches and consultants that are very specific. I'm selling this program on.
Right.
I'm just like, what do you need? Do you need to talk? Do you just
Let's
need to
figure
vent?
this out.
Like, yeah, let's figure this out. We're all like,
right.
And one of my biggest things is everything is figure outable. Like
totally.
We've all been there, like every business owner, and having the co-working space where I am the majority of my time, just physically, it's where I work out of. I'm just constantly meeting small business owners, and we're all having the same pain points. And if I can share any of my wisdom with any of my clients, it's only good for me because as long as they're successful, they're going to keep paying me.
Yeah, there you go. That's right. That's right.
So I give a lot of free advice to a lot of my clients and just try and be a resource for them.
That works. I like it. Sounds like a good business model. Thanks. So this is Vroom Vroom Veer. That means we've got to go back in time. And you've already let the cat out of the bag that you used to be Colleen Anderson. And nobody ever screws up Colleen Anderson or Jeff Smith. So we've got that in common. Unless it's ironic and stupid. But now you're Colleen Budde, but good for you. Budde, not Budde.
Yeah, Budde, Buttle, but people just like to add letters into my last name.
Hey, Bud.
Okay.
What up,
Yeah,
Bud?
my husband warned me.
Right.
Day 3.
That's right.
I had chief engineers messing up my name.
But it's fun, though. I mean, they're going to remember anyway.
Exactly. It does make it a little bit more memorable.
Just call
for
me
sure.
Butt.
That's what my husband says. It was so funny. We were going across the Mackinac Bridge,
Nice.
going to the UP because I live in Michigan.
Yeah.
And
I'm from the Michigan. I'm a Youper.
yeah,
Scary.
we love the UP. Oh my gosh, it's the best place on earth.
Yeah.
And to get across the bridge at the time it was $6, and we had like exact change. And the guy, the teller at the window was like, "Thanks, buddy." And like we just kept driving. And my husband's like, "He knew my name." He was tickled for the rest of the day. It was so adorable. I was like, "He sure did, Brandon."
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Yeah. So yeah.
So you grew up in Michigan then, I take it.
Yes, he grew up in Michigan. I grew up kind of scattered around the Midwest. I was born in Northern California.
Okay.
That's where my dad was born and raised. And then he joined the military at the age of 22 after he finished his engineering degree to travel, and they sent him to Texas, where he met my mom, and she's from Texas.
All of the military is in Texas. Yeah.
Pretty much. Yeah, Fort Hood. You want to see a couple $1 billion of military, but just go to Fort Hood and look left. Like,
yeah.
yeah. And so we lived in Texas for 10 years, then northern Wisconsin, which was by far my favorite place to live. It's no surprise that I love the UP. And then we lived in northern Illinois for a bit, and then I've been in Michigan since 2005 and married a Michigander, so I'm pretty much stuck and have slight PTSD from moving.
So where did you go to high school, or were you moving around that whole time?
Yeah, so I went to 2 different high schools. I went to Hononegah and Roscoe, Illinois, and then I graduated from Dakota. I went there 1 year. So yeah, changed schools my senior year of high school. So again, more PTSD and trauma from that.
Did you get any of the cool kid vibe coming
God,
in?
no.
No. Oh, you're who the hell is she?
God, no.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, chubby, bad skin.
Oh, lovely.
Super introverted and didn't know what an introvert was. Loved to read.
Okay.
Did well in school.
So you were like Wednesday without the murder.
Yeah, without the cough, right?
Right. Without the cough and without the murder, right? Okay.
Yeah. Weird pants, just what was I thinking? Like those didn't fit.
High school is so weird.
Oh, it's awful.
Yeah, it is. It's like, I don't know. It's this template that either makes you awesome or screws you up. But I think a little in equal measure, maybe.
Well, we're all trapped in an insane asylum, right?
Yeah.
We're none of us want to be there. Even the popular kids, they're like, I'd rather be smoking, doing something else.
Oh yeah, totally. Yeah. You don't get that perspective until later. Right. Yeah. Anyway,
the world is much bigger than your high school kids.
Yes. Yes. Just endure it. Get out. Do your best.
Endure. That's a great word for it.
Find your people. It's a really good. Find your people is a good thing. I think everybody does that anyway.
College for me, it was really college. I really blossomed quite a bit more.
Okay.
I kind of made this.
You answered my next question as you go to college. Yeah, there you go.
So I remember in high school, I was a senior and really was unsure of what I wanted to be when I grew up. And I was thinking about going into accounting. Maybe I wanted to be a veterinarian. And I just had this light bulb moment. I was in the car with my dad and I was like, I think I'm going to go to engineering school. And he's like, okay. And the rest is history.
Wow.
And I was good at math.
Did you like math? Okay. All right.
Yeah. I've always give me a juicy Excel sheet. Absolutely. I graduated with honors from my engineering school.
Wow. Awesome.
I always did really well. I studied really hard.
Right.
And it wasn't even until college that I even learned how to study. High school, I just kind of breezed through, graduated with honors, never studied a day in my life.
Wow. Well, you're one of those. Okay.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And when I got to college, I took my first chemistry test. And it was chemistry. It was the most basic community college chemistry, right? And I got a C+, and I'm like, oh no, this shall not stand. And then I was like, how do I even study? What do I do?
So you really didn't have the skills. You were just going on raw brain power.
Yeah, it was pure vibes.
Right.
Okay.
I had a little bit of that going on. I, at some point in the school career, realized it was, I could do B plus, occasionally get an A, right? Without, now it's not I was like you, right? I was trying. I was never good at math. Math, I was bad at math. I remember vividly this whole thing about not knowing how to do long division forever. And in middle school, there was a substitute teacher, right? And I was like, I got a shot. There's somebody new around. Maybe somebody can give me the magic script to long division. And I went and I said, I don't get it. And she's like, okay, come back in 5 minutes, right? And she spent 5 minutes writing on this 3x5 card, right? Like step 1, do this, step 2. It was the whole operation, and then repeat. And she said, okay, go do this. And I'm like, wait, what? And she's like, just do it. Just write it down and do it.
Ask questions.
Just do it. And okay, can you watch me once? And she's like, I did it. And I was like, and the light bulb came on. I was like, I can do this.
I was a tutor in college. I was a math tutor for like 3 or 4 years in college, like a junior college, and then not when I was in engineering school at the university. And that's like a really big thing in math, where people that asked why, like, well, why? And I'm like, no, don't ask why. You just need to accept that these are the rules and this is how you do it. And then you get the right answer. And it was really funny that you said that, because that is absolutely the people that struggled in math the most were questioning everything. Like, why? Like, but why?
Right. There's no why in math.
Why. That's not what we're like. You ask why Monopoly, the boardwalk is the best thing to have. No, you don't ask questions. You just follow the rules.
Right.
No.
I wish you would have been there. Because I just learned how to do long division. That was I kept asking why.
No, don't worry your pretty little head about that. We don't need to know why.
Right. That's a really good insight there. One of my friends was traumatized because I think it was high school. They brought him up on stage, and this was one of these teacher awards, and they plastered a big Y on his chest. Right. Okay. Because he was the kid that always asked why. Right.
Oh.
Right. Like always. Right. And they shamed him in front of everybody, and he felt horrible. Right. And I was like, no, Scott, you should ask why. Now, exactly. The thing is Scott ended up being an engineer, a chemical engineer, and a lot of things you don't really need to know why.
No,
but he did ask why, and it's a good thing to do.
After you understand the fundamentals, then you can ask why. Like once you're when you're building that foundation, you just kind of have to like go with it and be Jesus, take the wheel. Right. And then later, like your maybe 5th year of math, so like when you're like a junior and senior in engineering school, you're like, oh, and then that unified field theory of physics, like that Einstein was talking about, you're like, oh, that's what he was talking about. Okay, you're starting to like scratch the surface of it a little bit. Yeah. Because when you get in all those different disciplines like physics, chemistry, and then the math, at a certain level, it all becomes this big blob of math.
The same thing. Yes.
It's all the same thing. Right. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Neat. Yeah.
But when you're building that foundation, don't ask questions. Just do.
I guess like the lesson there is like learn when to ask why. Right. Interesting. Look at that. I learned something from Colleen Budde already.
You're welcome.
Dropping truth bombs. Okay. So like, all right. You go to college, you get your engineering degree, you've got the big brain, you're not asking why.
Not yet. Just have that brutal confidence.
So how long did college last? Did you go to get your engineering master's?
Yes, so I did a victory lap. I was in absolutely no hurry to finish my degree. At the end, I was a little itchy, but no, I took 5 years, and then I went straight into my master's. Okay. And by doing it in 5 years, it was also let me take my time and really take less classes per semester. Because I think in engineering school specifically, they really want to rush you through it and squeeze as many classes in as possible. And your brain is only so brainy, right? You can't. Right. So I never
Teacher,
listened.
My brain is full. Yes.
Yeah, exactly. So I only took 3 classes a semester, so it made me have to do an extra year.
Good.
But it only served me well because I had a great GPA when I graduated. And when you first graduate, everybody wants to know your GPA when you're searching for a job.
Right.
And
as soon as you get the job, no one cares.
No, exactly. But it does open doors. It gets you interviews.
It's a nice resume stuffer. Right.
I remember my dad was in his 50s and he was looking for a new job. Right. And somebody asked him for his GPA and he's like, I graduated in 1982. And I had to work with him to go get his transcripts from his university.
Wow.
And it was insane because I'm like, he graduated. You okay? If you want. Okay.
Yeah, we'll go find it. Did you get the job? I hope not. Because
no.
You're good.
He was just one of those people they bring in to like check a box so that they can hire the person that
they want.
Their BFF's daughter or whatever. And it was so funny because like I just looking back on myself as like a 22, 23-year-old, I had a lot of confidence that was very misplaced.
Most people do.
And I think most people do. That's fair. Like when you're thinking about like youthful, the confidence and over excitement.
I think it's something nature does for us because you need to have confidence to break away from mom and dad.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yes.
And if you don't have it, then you're just going to stay home. Right. And that's not good either. Right.
There's definitely like an evolutionary.
You're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't, you know, so you might as well do.
Exactly. It's better than the alternative. Right. So I had a ton of confidence and it was so funny because I thought people were going to be like knocking my door down to like give me a job because I had done so well in college.
Right.
And that didn't happen.
No.
And I got like a month after graduation. I think I had like applied to one or two things, or I don't even think I graduated yet. And I ended up talking to one of my professors and I was like, hey, so
I need a job.
I don't have a job and I don't know how to do this. And he's like, actually, one of the automotive companies reached out to me and they wanted to see if I had any good grads. Because like all of the engineering professors, they're all consultants and they all have industry inside information and things like that.
They all have jobs. Nice.
But, right. They're employed as professors and then they all have consulting gigs on the side, right?
Gotcha.
And research gigs. And one of them was through the automotive industry. And he's like, yeah, like they reached out to me and they're looking for some candidates for X, Y, and Z. And so they put me up and actually that's how I got my first job.
Nice.
And it really should have,
was it hard or not? When usually you have that sort of then it's a little like fake. It's like all of the jobs that I actually got were like the magic, like like, oh no, Jeff's awesome. Oh, okay, great. We'll hire him.
Yeah, right. It was kind of I definitely had to interview, and I think I interview well in general.
Okay,
but it was,
but you had the job before you interviewed,
kind of. Yeah. It was like, okay, this is just a formality. We have to make sure that she can like string a couple words together.
Right.
And for an engineer, I'm fairly charismatic.
Sure.
So like I blew their socks off apparently, but that instance, looking back on it, it really should have given me more insight into, it's not about what you know, it's who you know. Like my first job in engineering, out of engineering school, I got because I networked, and I feel like I'm just now putting that together as we're
Let me ask you this. So, because I learned this thing or I read this book, and it's about college in general. So like I was in IT a lot for a long time, right? So I was like a computer nerd as a kid. And then eventually in the Air Force, I got somehow into computers and I did some training and stuff, but never like really like network admin or, cybersecurity expert, nothing like beyond the beginner level, right? Mm-hmm. And when I look up that mountain, right, and I see all the shit I don't know, I'm like Happy down here saying, help desk, Jeff. Because I know way more than the people on that phone, right?
Yes.
Right?
And
way more. It totally humbled you. Yes. Mm-hmm. So that's, I think, like one of the key experiences that might be missing from the college experience is like they're going through and they get out and they think they know everything, but they haven't had that humbling moment.
And I think because I went to such a small engineering school, I was kind of like the top of the dog pile.
Yeah.
And so I went to Oakland University and it's a fairly small school, but it still has a really good engineering program. Right.
Right.
But if I had gone to like a U of M Ann Arbor, or if I had gone to like even Michigan State, the pool of applicants that they draw from is so much broader than the people that I went to school with.
Right.
Absolutely. And I still ended up meeting a whole lot of people that were a lot smarter than me.
See, that's good. That's good.
And definitely when I got into industry, because the job that I had got was in automatic transmission development. Right. And that is probably some of the most complicated stuff that you can think about in the mechanical world. I think there's some more like software and electronics and things like that. That's
chemistry is crazy.
My head.
Yes.
Right. And by the way, chemical engineers are by far the smartest group of people you will ever meet. Like I've met dozens of them, and I'm always like amazed by that. I'm like,
okay, so Scott, shout out to Scott, the chemical engineer. Yeah. So I'm gonna give you a drop here because the reason why I asked about the masters was because Scott, he finished his bachelor's and then got into a PhD program, right?
I was
And-
also in the PhD program. I did
Oh,
one
okay.
semester, and I was like, I am tired of being
Yes.
poor, and I don't want to be in school anymore. So I'm going to go.
Yeah. Well, Scott got through, I think, a year of the PhD program at Lyman Briggs at University of Michigan, or Michigan State had this school called Lyman Briggs. It's like a fancy school for engineers. And he got to this point where he was having a meeting with his guy, right, about his future. And Scott was like looking at the math that he needed to do to be the PhD. And he's like, I'm already swimming. My brain can't do it. And he was like, what's the fallback position here? And master's degree is pretty good. Right?
Oh, no, you're only going to make 6 figures a year.
Exactly. People aren't going to pay you to show up to places. Oh, no.
You're highly employable. Oh, no.
Oh, no. Right. Exactly. It's a really good fallback position. Yeah.
Yes. Having engineering as the background, a lot of people have asked me since I've had kids, they're like, what do you want them to do? I'm like, well, just
engineering's really good.
Awful. But engineering is probably what I'll suggest heavily, because
it's not for everybody. I mean, if you don't have the aptitude, then
but if you can make it through engineering school, you can do pretty much anything. There's a huge chunk of graduates that never do engineering, that never work as engineers.
Okay. All right.
But it's kind of one of those like
you survived.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my gosh, you achieved or earned an engineering degree.
Right.
You'll be fine for this role, kind of thing.
Got it. Okay.
And again, like being, if you're charismatic, if you have another aptitude, if you go into law school, like having that engineering background makes you so much more valuable in any other world, right?
Yeah,
you're it's like cross training, right?
Yeah.
Of like you have that background, but you also have the aptitude for something else. Like it just makes you that much more successful.
Interesting. Very good. And there's actually some softy engineering stuff that like I don't know, software engineer. It sounds like engineering, but I don't know if that's actually engineering.
Well, I think it is.
Maybe.
The industrial systems, that's more like statistics and like process. And so like a lot of manufacturing engineering is that where they look at a process and they see the bottlenecks, and they like streamline processes and things like that. But I think there's a lot of people that call themselves engineers that don't have a traditional that engineering. So it's fine. It's fine.
Hey, it's all crazy. As long as you get by, it doesn't matter. Okay. So, you get the first job. It sounds like you dug it. Did you like the first job?
I did. I really enjoyed being an automatic transmission. I kind of got thrown into being a test engineer, which is what I naturally gravitated to, because it's basically breaking stuff and then being like, sorry, I broke it. Here you go. Give me something else to break. And
that's great.
And then I was able to write really detailed reports. I was always really good with documentation and like writing. It was basically like you break something, you write a lab report about it, right?
Right. Why did it break? Right.
Exactly. Like here are all of the things that I did.
In nauseating detail, you say why it broke.
And I'm really good at detail. So,
right.
So throughout my career, as I progressed, I really kind of went after test engineering roles really, really hard.
Okay.
Because that's kind of what I was naturally inclined to do. It was the most interesting. I had like brief stints as, DRE, design responsible engineers, and like it was okay, but like it didn't blow my skirt up kind of thing. It wasn't very interesting.
You would rather break shit than make shit.
Exactly.
I get it.
Amen. And a lot of it, and like even looking like further into like how my life has grown, and even the last like 5 or 10 years being away from engineering now, like it really serves me very well in my life now, because I'm able to look at a problem, right? Look at something big picture, and then I'm able to like go into like detail of like, this is my big picture problem. Let's look at all the little things and like, how are we observing this? How are we? So it really is how my brain naturally wants to work. And and like having that 2020 retrospective, it definitely was what I was drawn to. And then again, still my fallback is to go be a test engineer.
Why not? Yeah. So you got the zoom out, zoom in kind of thing. It's like, I like it. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Cool. I like to spent a lot of time, like in the military, everybody's supposed to be able to have this book that you write, right? That tells like if Jeff got hit by a bus, right, and is dead now, and somebody has to pick up a book and be able to do Jeff's job until we get a new Jeff, right? They call them continuity books. Now, of course, most people don't write them. And if they do, they suck, right? But whenever I was bored.
Well, I guess I better fill out my paperwork.
Oh, no. I mean, I was just like really enjoying and I would actually ask people to test my continuity book, and they would be like trying to break it. Right.
Honestly, the documentation was probably my favorite part.
Yeah. But writing the book was fun too. Because I would inject it with humor, and I would like talk about personalities. Don't say this to this person because they're a jerk anyway.
It still matters. Like
Totally.
when you're talking about teams, like it's helpful information.
It is.
You want them to be effective at your job.
Right. I mean, I don't know if anybody's ever read a continuity book by me, but I wish they would.
How long do they keep them? It's probably in a storage warehouse somewhere.
No, they're in the shelf, and then the new person has to write their own, right? So,
Interesting.
Yeah, who knows? I always thought they were funny because it gave me an opportunity to do something different.
Did you ever read anybody else's continuity book?
They all sucked.
So yes, you did read them, and they're all terrible.
Yeah, they're all terrible. Ordinary people in the military, when they don't have things to do, they screw around. Right.
But not Jeff.
To me, like that was screwing around because I was having fun and not working. But I was at my desk and I was ready to answer the phone.
You were not asleep, and that's the most
I was
important
not
part.
asleep, and I was not hungover or drunk or high or any of those other things that people
Straight
might
as an
be.
arrow.
Straight as an arrow. Maybe occasionally hungover.
Aren't we all?
A little.
Not dead. Like, come on, guys.
Anyway, okay. So at some point you decide that like this work thing is not so cool, right?
No. Yeah. So I finished my bachelor's degree, got my first job.
Right.
Worked at that company for 3 years, finished my master's, asked for a raise, and they said, nope, we're not going to give you a raise.
Wow.
So
why? Jeez.
We're awful people. And super common though, right? My dad is an engineer, and he worked forever and as an engineer, and every time he moved jobs, he would get like a 10 to 30% pay raise.
Right.
And when he was like 50, he ended up like making almost double what some people make just by staying there and taking the 3 to 5% raises or no raises every year, right? So I knew that if I changed jobs, I would get like a 10 to 20% raise, and I did. So I got a $20,000 a year raise by switching jobs. I went to a different company and stayed there for 5 years. And I was like, because when I was moving from automotive company to automotive company, I was like, this isn't, kind of bored. Maybe it's the company.
It's like the same thing that it's different, right?
It was literally the same thing, but different, because especially in the automatic transmission world, it's a very small community.
Right.
So, I actually, day one of that second company, they're like, oh yeah, like so-and-so from the old company said you were coming. I just had lunch with them. Like I've worked with them, and they've all kind of moved around between suppliers and like the big three.
Yeah,
so everybody knew each other.
Right.
And they'd all kind of like jumped around, from company to company. And so I'm like, so it's just the same, but different.
Right. It's like the same job in a new office.
Exactly. Slightly different, really similar healthcare, slightly different bonus structure. Like very similar.
And when you go to the conference, it's all the same jerks you were tired of to begin with.
I was they never sent me to the conference. Yes. Everyone knows everyone.
Yes.
So moved, and then I was like, okay, so I know it's not this industry. Maybe I'll go from automotive to defense. And then I went to defense, and I was like, oh no, this is so much worse. And I made it 2 weeks in, and I was like, okay, Brandon's my husband. I was like, okay, like I can't do this anymore. Like we got to do something.
Let's talk about the defense part, because somebody that's like smart, motivated, and like a little bit awake, right? And wants to like actually work. When they get to the government and they go, that is a natural human reaction that most people should have.
Mm-hmm.
the ones that don't,
they don't want that.
I know they don't want that. I am well aware. Like whenever
most
I talk to a bunch of colonels, I talked to this colonel I think his job was, he was a pilot, but then got into acquisition. And acquisition, I don't even know what the hell they do, but they schmooze. I think it's like that's the acquisition.
They buy things and get discounts.
Exactly. I don't know what they do.
They develop coupon
I know
codes for drinks.
at least you know what a pilot does. They fly the expensive plane, right? But I don't know what the acquisition guys do. But this guy who had been a pilot and then was an acquisition guy, retired as a colonel, so that's a big deal. He doesn't need to work. He's got 06 retirement, but he got a job at it's not Tesla. It's the other one. Help me out.
There's Scout's, another electric car.
SpaceX.
Was it Scout?
No, SpaceX.
Oh, okay.
Because he was in space. Yes, I know he's got so many. It's like you forget the big one.
Not the drilling one. It's not the drilling company.
Right. Anyway, he hated SpaceX. Because guess why? Because they wanted him to work.
Sorry, we are merit based here.
Exactly. They don't really hire for like Rolex. Not Rolex, Rolodex. Right. Like a lot of jobs in defense, you just get hired because you know people, and then they want to know people, and they want to know. So they only hire you for as long as they can get all your contacts, and then they let you go. Anyway. So what was your experience like for the defense?
So to your point, most big companies, including defense that I was in, they want robots that just don't complain, don't comment. They want them to be mediocre at their job.
Right. Say yes.
What?
Say yes.
Just say yes. Exactly. That's exactly it. They want them to be like mediocre. They want them.
Say yes.
Like, why are you being so mean? Like, why are you being contrary?
Right.
And that's like the opposite of my personality. And so like I was always the one that was like, so you mean we know this is broken, but we don't have time to fix it. So we're going to let it go to production, but they're going to get it on recall, and then we're going to get more money to fix it on recall. But we know it's broken now, right? Why are we doing that? And then I'd write an email to the chief engineer, be like, hey, just to document this for the lawyers later, we know this is broken, right? We're selling broken stuff. We know
they don't like that.
No, they don't.
They
like
do
that.
not like
don't
that.
do that.
So did you get fired, or did you just leave?
I left. They were getting ready to fire me, to be clear. And it was one of those like, it's fine. But it wasn't. I was there. I ended up being there for like 4 or 5 years. Just collecting.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I was there for like at the defense contractor for like 4 or 5 years.
How'd that happen? Wait, there's a story
I
there.
ended up being real mediocre, and then I was like, "Ooh, too mediocre." Went a little down, below average, and then they started noticing me, right?
Oh,
because at that point, 2 weeks into that job, maybe. I was like,
I don't know.
Yeah, it's because 2 weeks into that job, I was like, I can't do this. And then 6 months after that, we decided to have a baby, our first child, and then we ended up buying a franchise. And I look back now on 2020, and that was January 2020, and then the world kind of ended for a little bit.
Right.
We all know what happened in March, right?
Right.
In January. And we kind of look back and we're like, do you remember that time when we thought we were going to have a baby and open a business in the same year?
Right.
Yeah, we were young and stupid.
So you didn't do the business then?
No, not in 2020. So we bought our franchise in January of 2020, and then started the development process. But then the world ended, and so they gave us an extension on all of our development deal type things.
Nice.
And it wasn't until spring of 22 that we signed a lease, and then we opened in the fall of 22. And then we hired a full-time employee. So both of us were fully employed by our engineering companies, because my husband's also an engineer. And so we had a full-time employee. So that was from fall of 22 to fall of 23. And then I was like, I can't do this anymore. Like, I'm done. Like, I'm burnt out. Like, I just want to like hang out with my daughter for Christmas. And then, what was it? Then like 2 weeks after that, or like 2 days after that, my employee gave us her 2 weeks notice. And then I was like, well, I guess I know what I'm doing for the next. And it was just like one of those moments of like God laughing at us, right? It's just like, so I ended up working in our business as the business center manager in our co-working space, Office Evolution Troy. Right. And it was the best thing we could have done for our business, right? So we saved a ton of money by not having to employ someone. I learned the business backwards and forwards. I really learned sales. I learned a lot of those soft skills that they don't teach engineers. And really, it was one of the best times.
And
as
you
a
get to
business
use
owner.
the zoom in, zoom out, zoom in
Yeah, exactly.
That's what a business owner is doing all the time anyway.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you completely forget about all the details, zoom out, go, where are we leaking money?
Well, and so it's interesting because when we bought this franchise, all of the advice that we got was like, no, just hire someone. Just hire someone to run your business. It's
No,
fine.
don't do that.
Which is by far the worst business advice you can give literally anyone.
Right.
So one of my biggest
hire
advice.
somebody after you know how to do everything. That would, yeah.
Thank you. Exactly. So it's
How are you going to know what they're doing if you don't?
I always tell people, if you don't want to empty garbage, don't start a business emptying garbage. Right. Don't make sure you can do the job.
Everything.
And I feel so lucky because we kind of stumbled onto a business where, we are business hours. We are Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. We don't work nights. We don't work weekends. And it's pretty cushy. And it's like working 45 hours a week is kind of a lot. Like when you're bracketing it, like when that year that I was working as a business center manager, I didn't get to see my daughter nearly as much as I wanted to, kind of thing.
Right.
So it was hard. But it was so valuable, and still is paying off even today, right? Because I have an employee that is here Monday through Friday, but like she has a whole life that she had before she started working for us. So like she takes days off. She has her first oldest son is going to college, so she's taking 3 days off in 2 weeks, right, to send him to college. And if I didn't have that experience, it would be frustrating, right? And it would be something that I'd have to develop anyway. So working inside your business day to day and understanding it backwards and forwards is so valuable. Right. And it's really, really underplayed by a lot of people. So like if you own a fast food franchise, you better believe you know how to drop those French fries. And on top of that, you really can understand and appreciate what you're asking other people to do, right? You can appreciate how much you're asking them to, like how much you're paying them for the work that they're providing. And it also helps you spot the baloney, right? Because you're just like, actually, I know how that job works, and that's not how that works. Because a lot of people are absolutely trying to rip you off. I'm so lucky that I only have one employee, because hiring is extremely difficult.
It is. It's hard. Yeah.
It's so hard. It's like by far the hardest thing that I do as a small business owner is hiring and managing people.
Right.
It is so. It's not something that is, like calling myself
hire
a leader.
Slow, fire fast.
I'm not a leader. What are you talking about?
Right. Yeah.
And it's so difficult, but understanding what I'm asking her to do is one of my biggest superpowers, right? Because I'm just like, I know this sucks, but if you can please do it, that would be great. And then there are other things too that I just don't ask her to do, like any of the bill chasing. Like if people don't pay their bill or closing their account, like that's me. That's on the owner. I'm going to close people's account. Like I always tell her, I'm like, they need to love you. They can hate me, but they need to love you. And if anybody's mean to you, you let me know. That's smart. Because they can be mean to me. They can't be mean to you.
Right. Okay. Oh, nice. See, you've learned Boss 101 right there.
Yeah. I'm here to protect you from.
I kind of got to hire people a little bit when I was a master sergeant in one job. Mm-hmm. Sort of. So like through weirdness that we had selectively manned active duty spots. So like a couple of times, like these tech sergeants would fly in from wherever they were, and I'd get to interview them, right? Mm-hmm. And there was this one guy that we all agreed was the best. And he told us to go blow, and he got another job. And there was this other guy that looked awesome on paper, and he was amazing. And we were all like, well, he seems really good. Mm-hmm. But is he? Right? It was almost like too good to believe. Mm-hmm. Turned out to be awesome. So you never know what you're going to get. Yeah. You never, it's like you say, trust your gut, right? Mm-hmm. But you don't know. This other time we were trying to hire a sysadmin, and I'll admit I know nothing about hiring a sysadmin because they're smarter than me, and I don't know the job. Right now, if you got into the nuts and bolts and you gave me a book, I could do it. Right, but that would be me zooming in, and I don't have time to zoom in now.
That's why we're delegating. We're hiring somebody.
We have to hire somebody to do that. Right. So this one guy we hired, and it was like a really good lesson from a management kind of point of view, is like somebody else from some office said this guy was awesome. So I was like, okay, let's hire him. Right. That's the worst thing ever. Cause this guy really, he was like the worst employee ever. Like didn't show up.
Hard. So hard.
Didn't do what he was hired to do ever.
And then you feel like a failure because you're like, oh God, and look at the mistake I made that we're all suffering.
Exactly. Yes. Yeah. Anyway.
Yep,
and then through weirdness. But anyway, yes, I agree. Super hard. Sometimes you get lucky. Yeah. Right. If you do your job really well, you okay. So now you've reordered your whole life, right? So what does it look like now? You get to spend way more time with your kids and.
Yes. So just having freedom of time and freedom of movement is by far my biggest.
What you're optimizing for now, right?
Yes, exactly. And quite frankly, I've never felt more poor, but I am so rich in time freedom and movement freedom.
Okay. All right.
Like for example, this morning when we had our plumbing fiasco at the office, right?
Right.
I sent my husband in early and he handled it. And then I was here to hang out with you. And we can just kind of be very agile and like roll with the punches so much easier, right? We could write a check for $200. Like that's annoying, but like we have the funds to spend $200 on a plumber if we need it.
Right.
But we save money every month. All of our bills are paid every month. We do not have engineering money anymore. By good gracious, no.
Right.
When I ended up quitting my job, I was making $140,000 a year, a salary.
Yeah.
And my husband was making very similar when he ended up quitting his job spring of 25. So that was last year.
You get addicted to that big check.
It's so nice. It's golden handcuffs. It's the reason we call it golden handcuffs.
Right.
But having to be somewhere, having that performative attendance, that feels like jail to me. And even going back to like high school and when I was in middle school, having to be somewhere for 8 hours a day felt like jail. It still feels like the idea of it even feels like jail.
We all go through that. Yes. Yeah. I lived there a long time too. I know what you mean.
And I just know I'd rather feel poor.
Right.
I'd rather and
you're not going to be poor forever. I mean,
no, exactly. And
that's poor is just relative too.
Exactly. The way we structured our business, we have a $500,000 SBA loan that we're paying $7,000 a month on.
Yikes.
That's going to be paid off in 5 or 6 years. And in 5 or 6 years, I'm going to have $7,000 extra. Right. And, our businesses are only growing. Right. So if I can do everything that I've always done here. Like we have a modest lifestyle. Like we have used paid off cars. But should one of our cars die, like we wouldn't replace it because we have too many cars. But should we like we have a minivan, like when we had twins, so we had like spontaneous twins and we needed to buy a minivan. So we like cut a check for $30,000 to go because that's just how we live our life. We live debt free. The only debt that we have is our house mortgage, that we live in and our SBA loan.
Wow.
And that really gives us a lot of freedom, right? Because I think a lot of people, when they have those golden handcuffs, they're making like $300,000, right?
You can't make those decisions. Right.
No, if you have,
it doesn't even enter your brain to write a check for a vehicle.
Like an average car payment now is over $1,000, right? For like a moderately equipped vehicle these days. Having like, and my husband, it's so funny. He's like, we should move. And I'm like, honey, believe me, I want $1 million house too. You know what I don't want? I don't want that payment. I don't want to be house poor.
Right. Totally.
I'd rather be in a sardine can right now, which is what it feels like with 3 kids. And I'd rather have some of the twins share a room and make our lives a little bit harder today because this is somewhere that I want to visit. Like I want to go travel a little bit more. Like let's spend a couple weeks in Florida. Right. Why don't we do something like that's what I'd rather spend my money on right now.
Don't make your things own you. Right.
Exactly. Like we don't need it. And I'm so quick now to like sell things as well. Like I buy things used, I sell them immediately. Like even like kids stuff, like they grow out of it so fast. Like even stuff for the kids that are the twins, right? Because we had one set of everything and then we had to like get a second set of everything. And I'm so fast now because we're done having kids. So I'm just so fast to
get the shit out of here.
Get it out of the house. We're tagging it, we're selling it, get it out of the house, never coming back in my house.
One thing, one of the many things I love about my wife is like she's addicted to selling stuff on eBay, right?
Oh yeah, so it's so addictive.
Like a while ago now. Right. I started playing Dungeons and Dragons again with a bunch of friends. So I'm digging through all of my stuff and I find this whole game set of stuff that I never used. I bought it like when I was 18 or something, and it looks brand new. And I'm like, oh, I'm never going to play this game. Let's see how much I can get for it. And it was selling on eBay for like close to $200.
Sweet.
I don't know what I paid for it, but I know it wasn't $200.
Yes. So like we do Facebook Marketplace, we do eBay.
Yeah.
Like this is honestly how
Yeah.
my e-commerance brand started, where like I got married in 2018 and I couldn't find anything that I wanted to wear like in my hair, on my head. And I had gone into like drop shipping. I went down that rabbit hole, didn't spend any money. One of my really good friends spent like $8,000 on a course, on a drop shipping course.
Don't do that.
He's like, I'm never going to use this. Do you want the login? And so I got the login from him and I actually went through the course. And so they showed me how to find all of the drop shipping suppliers and how to like work with them. And so I'm like, so I would go to all these bridal salons to find something to wear in my hair. And they wanted like $200 or $300 for this like whatever sparkly thing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is baloney. I know you're not paying this much for this.
Right.
I'm gonna go see if I can go into my drop shipping suppliers and figure out where it was. And I did. And all of these things that are a fraction, like a tenth of what they're asking for, I could get it for. And I'm like, okay, great. I can buy 10 of them. So I ended up buying 10 things. So I ended up spending the same amount of money, but I had engineering money then, it's fine. And so I ended up wearing one, but then I had 9 other things that I didn't want. And I was like, what am I supposed to do with this?
Right.
So I was on maternity leave in 2020 with my daughter. The world was shut down. Nothing. So I ended up selling all of them and I just kept selling them.
There you go.
It just kept selling, and it's very addictive.
Yep.
So
whenever I had a little notification only for eBay, it was like a ka-ching.
Nice.
Then my wife does this happy dance for like, she gets a buzz for like a week, I think.
Oh yeah. Yeah. And then like once, like my favorite day of the month is the first of the month because I get to calculate what I did the previous month. So I get to see like all the stuff that
the
my
happy
total.
spreadsheet. Yes.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Hopefully it's green. Sometimes it's not green. Like the overall picture sometimes is not green, but
I try not to look at the zoom out.
yeah, we are green for the year though. I can confidently.
There you go.
We are green for the year.
Good for you. Good for
We
you.
haven't started paying for those windows that we bought though, so don't talk to me in December.
So let's talk about all the things under the umbrella. I know you got the co-working space, you've got the consulting group, and then your husband's still doing engineering. So
nope,
yeah.
he's doing the consulting with us. So we do a lot of networking in our small business. So like our main hustle is our co-working space. That's our big baby.
Okay.
And so kind of everything kind of funnels into there and everything tries to support it. So the reason we started our consulting group is that we have so many small business owners that have really similar problems to what we dealt with, of just like, where do you find funding? How do you open a checking account? Or like, where do I find clients? That's the number one thing.
Fill out all those forms for an SBA loan. Oh my God.
Exactly. How do I register for an EIN number? How do I fill my where do I find an accountant that can do my taxes? And because we network so much, because we're in the small business space, like that's all we do is talk to small business owners. We're able to act as connectors where we have a Rolodex of 3 or 4 accountants that we trust and can recommend. And what I always tell people, I'm like, look, I'm going to give you a handful of cards, business cards for people. Call them, talk to them, and make sure you talk to the people that they're going to assign you. Because a lot of these people that are on the business cards are the salespeople. So make sure you're talking to the actual person that you're going to talk to. Because I've had that happen to me before, where like I buy what the salesman is selling, and then they shift me onto a completely different person. I'm like, wait a minute. No. So make sure you understand who you're going to be working with and talking to, making sure you like them, right? Because a lot of the vendors that we work with, like the payroll and the accounting stuff, they're all commodities. They're all the same. They all do the exact same services. It's who do you want to call at 2 a.m. when you're having an emergency and need to phone in an insurance claim, right?
Right.
And I fired so many vendors. It's like quick to fire, slow to hire, right?
Yes.
It's because like this is my baby, right? This is my everything. This is paying my mortgage. This is putting food on my table. So
everything's an emergency to you, and it's never an emergency to anybody else. So you've got to find those folks that are aligned. Yeah.
Exactly, and it's not necessarily that I'm going to people as like, I'm having an emergency. It's like, do they answer the phone? Do they have a phone number?
Right.
Can I reach them? And
you have to have reasonable expectations, I would imagine.
And these very basic, I think, very reasonable expectations that I have.
Answer the phone. Right. Respond to a trouble ticket. Yeah.
Yes. Answer an email.
Right.
And my insurance guy is my favorite example of this because he's like a really good salesman. He's very charismatic. But he knows insurance backwards and forwards. He's always the one that really does the underwriting part of it and will explain all the different nitty-gritty things. But after that's done, everything else is his office manager, who is lovely and extremely responsive. So I don't even bother. I CC him on everything, but I don't even bother addressing the emails to him anymore. I'm like, hey, Maggie, can you please do that for me? And 20 minutes later, I have it in my inbox and I will, and it doesn't matter.
Don't bother the boss. Is that why?
He's useless.
He's not doing anything.
And that's okay. Because he has a Maggie.
Maggie's rock. Yes.
So my umbrella. So I like to think of myself as just a general business lifestyle strategist, right? Because one of my core tenets is, you only live one life and life is really short. And especially when you have kids, your kids are only going to be little for so long, right?
Right.
That country song, you're going to miss this. You don't want to miss it. You need to suffer, suffer in the moment.
Right.
Suffer with those buttholes that are screaming at you. In 20 years, oh, do you miss when we were? No, I lived that. I am a survivor of you as a toddler, sir.
I was there when you were pulling your hair out.
I experienced every second of it. Thank you.
Yeah.
But no, appreciating the life that you do live and being able to stop and kind of take it a little bit slower instead of treating every second as an emergency. Right.
Right.
Because a lot of times I tell people or I tell my husband, I'm like, can you imagine what our life would be like if we were still engineers? We would have a lot more cash on hand, right? We would have, maybe we would have nicer cars, things like that. But our day would start at 5 or 6 a.m. We would be rushing out the door to get our kids either at day camp or daycare.
Right.
We would be rushing off
see them all day.
Attendance.
Right.
And then we would one of us would do a shift, somebody leaves early, somebody leaves late, somebody picks up, drops off, that kind of thing.
Right.
And then we would get home at 5 or 6 o'clock after our 30 to 40 minute commute. And then we would have 20 minutes with our kids before they have a meltdown because they're tired and it's bath time and now it's bedtime, blah, 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 blah.
Rinse and repeat. Yes.
Yeah. And there's a lot of people that I've met that are very, very content with that. They don't mind. They're like, it's fine. I like my job. Right. But just that sense of urgency and just the stress and I can feel my shoulders crunching up just thinking about that lifestyle. And then you're living for the weekend. I don't live for the weekend anymore.
Right.
I live for Tuesday.
Right. Every day.
We still have a babysitter that comes twice a week and just to give us a little bit of help with our twins because they're 18 months old and very loud and mommy needs a nap.
Right.
But I'm able to take a nap and we have slow mornings and we adjust our life as we see fit. And when I'm consulting and coaching my clients about their small business, I am asking them of what do you want your life to look like? How do you want to structure it? Right. Because you can take your small business to the nth degree and it can look exactly like a corporate job where you're absolutely trapped in it. Right. And you have debt and you have debt service and you can't stop because you can't stop.
Right.
So we're not building you another jail cell. We are building you a life that is built for freedom, right? So it's a lot of coaching financially of just let's look at your personal finances. How much money do you need to make every month, right?
Right.
Can we replace your income that you're working as a teacher aide or in a daycare? Can we replace that income with your jewelry business? And how do we do that? Let's strategize on it.
Right.
Well, and then it's the planning and coaching of getting them from zero to their lifestyle of choice and also telling them it's okay to stop here. It's okay to build to a certain point and also reminding them, client acquisition never ends. So we want to keep trying and keep those plans for growth available because sometimes parts of your business will shrink and you need to replace it with other parts of your business. But growth for the sake of growth is just another word for your jail cell, right? Right. It's if you don't need the money, if you don't need the stress, if your goal is just to make $1,000 extra a month after everything because it'll ease the tension on your household finances, that is absolutely a valid goal that we are going to work towards. Yeah. If it's, I want to make this as big and bad as it possibly can, let's do it. And I'm like, let's roll, whatever you need.
Yeah.
But it's stopping at the planning stage and being like, what do you want? And keeping that goal in mind, right? We want to make sure you're financially solvent. We're not going into debt. We are making sure we can pay for things.
Right.
And a lot of times I like to think of it as like a stockbroker where like every time the market dips, they all their phones start ringing like, what's going on with the market? And you just kind of have to like talk people off their cliff. Like, don't, it's fine. We're not selling. We're not selling any of these stocks. We're just going to ride it. It's going to be okay. And so a lot of it's that emotional, like, yes, this is the roller coaster and it's going to be fine.
Yeah.
And just because this month is a little bit slow doesn't mean that. And if we want to, like, maybe let's talk about doing an extra festival. Like, let's, and it's really having that kind of like big sister energy of like, no, it's going to be okay. Like,
you're going to be the calm center in the storm.
Everything is figureoutable, right?
Totally.
We can get through this. I'm here. Like, it's fine. Like, let's
do
okay. Role play. Like, what? And a lot of times too, it's like walking through them. It was just like, what's the worst that can happen? Let's go through that. Let's go dig into that hole. Like, oh my God, your house burns down and blah, blah, blah. And then you have an intro. Oh my God. Okay. Like, are we done?
You just got to figure it out. Yeah.
Like, let's go back. Now we know what the worst thing is going to happen and you're still going to be okay. And everybody's going to be fine.
Yes.
Now that we've gotten that out of our system, let's go back to planning.
Right. Okay. So you're part therapist too. I like
yes. As any good consultant is, right? Sure. A lot of times it's like just listening to someone get stuff off their chest, right?
Yeah. Got it. So we've been talking almost an hour, actually more than an hour because you're an early bird. Good for you. So
I'm on time.
So talk a little bit about how folks can best get in touch with Colleen Budde.
Yeah, so it's Budde, Budde,
right.
But it's pronounced Buddy, like Buddy the Elf. So LinkedIn is my favorite place to connect with everyone. So it's just search for Colleen Budde on LinkedIn. And then all my socials are Colleen_the_. And that's not a typo. It's just I couldn't decide on one, like Colleen the mom, Colleen the entrepreneur, Colleen the wife. So I just kind of left it open-ended because I have lots of titles.
Colleen the _. I like it.
Yeah, I have a lot of titles. Like pick one.
I like it.
I thought it was rather clever.
I like it. Now I have to go find it.
So that's what all my socials are. And then, and then buddyconsultinggroup.com is our website where.
Are there links there? So I can, okay, good. Mm-hmm. Okay, good. So,
and that's, everything's like cross-linked and listed and all that good stuff. So
good deal.
But yeah, if you need somebody to talk about business with, like I'm your best friend.
There you go. You're buddy, really.
Yes.
Business buddy. Thank you, Colleen. This has been a blast.
Yes, thank you so much for your time, Jeff.
I tell you to go back to work, but don't.
Maybe I will, maybe I won't.
There you go. All right, you have a good one.
Thanks.
Thanks for taking the time to ride along with us on another episode of Vroom Vroom Veer. For podcast info and show notes, be sure to head over to vvveer.com. That's VVER.com. Man, that's fun to say. And we'll catch up with you next time here on Vroom Vroom Veer.